Right, we are ready. So, hi James, good to have you with me today. How's it going your side?
Hi Graham, really appreciate having me on. Yeah, really good here, thank you. Apart from the cold weather.
It's snappy, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I've still got
Yeah.
my shorts
So
on though.
James, we've been talking. Yeah, that's good. So we've been talking for a while, mate, about fitness and lower back pain. And how I originally connected with you was I had done some damage L5 region, and you've done some things that have helped me. So, what really got you started in fitness that made you think this is a career that you could run?
Yeah, so my original story was I was an overweight teenager and a child as well. And I was pretty much in pain with that a lot. I couldn't move properly. I was overweight. I was out of breath all the time. Just generally wasn't feeling great about myself all the way up until about the age of 19. And then I joined a local gym. And at the time, I didn't even know what a gym was. I had no idea. I went in anyway, a little bit scared at the time. Um, didn't know what I was stepping into, but I trained for about 2 years. And I went from about 18 and a half stone down to about 9 stone in that period of time. And I completely
That's
changed my
brilliant.
lifestyle. Yeah, yeah, completely changed my life. Felt good about myself, and yeah, I was enjoying it. And then a couple of years after that, I said to myself, "Well, why don't I help other people? Sort of get towards their goals as well." So yeah, I took my personal training qualifications. I was working full time at the time. And then I passed those, and then I started working in the gym, and then I went on to um, right, I went on to study strength and conditioning, and then human movement science. So everything that all my clients that come on board, it's a bit of a mix of what I've learned over the years, really.
That's really good. It's really interesting how when you start helping other people, you tend to help yourself more. In effect, you find that.
Yes, yeah, that's it. It's a very fulfilling job for me. If I can get someone to get out of pain or give them a better lifestyle, that's a win for me all the time.
Yeah. So I'm sure, although you didn't come out of a corporate background, I did from a very big international company. And then you're trying to paddle your canoe on your own, as it were, which you started right out of school almost. So people, when they find they've moved from a corporate background into trying to run their own business, it's a learning experience because you actually don't know what you're doing. And there's so much to do. You're responsible for everything end to end for making the end of the month happen and settle all the bills.
Yeah,
And I found one of the hardest things
yeah,
to do was to maximize the sales I've been getting in business, in whatever business it's been. And then many years ago, a friend of mine came and mentored me in one of the businesses we had that was struggling. And we were selling electric fencing and palisade fencing and hardcore domestic security products. And he did something that I'd never done before when he analyzed the numbers in the business and he looked at where the business was coming from. And then we made some small changes there. They were really small. One of the things was we changed the price for a specific area that we were selling to, a region in the city. And the profits just went north quickly. And since then, I've understood from hard school of experience like it. One, if you can find that one thing in your business that you can just knock with a hammer and get that engine started, as it were, your exponential effect on your profit can be almost immediate. So, having worked for a bit, I've been doing the stretches that you did that you gave me, and I can tell you the one where you do a half lunge and put your shoulder below your knee. It's probably the most painful stretch I have to do because my lower back is seized. Those muscles
yeah,
down there are like so seized they burn all the time. They have a burning pain in. But that stretch is the one that actually gets it just to loosen up a little. And it's that one thing that can make the difference, isn't it? It's like,
absolutely.
So I want to see what we can do to help each other get more clients out there. And part of what I can do is in the SMS business, there's a way of getting your brand onto the SMS message. I'm not sure if I can wake this dodgy old phone. I use an Android for all my SMS testing because that's what most of the market has in their hands. So if I look through the pain the market is having, I understand them better, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I just want to get back to so I'll just show you here on the, despite the green screen, you can see the names and the phone that have sent texts to that phone, right?
Yeah.
So what I mean is when you brand on an SMS, you can see one there that says SMS Hero. Another one that's Fiber Wi-Fi. That's our internet service provider. So if you put your business name as the sender of the SMS, it has the effect of building a subconscious trust with the person who receives the SMS, because without having to explain to them, they know that you've gone to the effort of registering a sender identity, you've maybe paid whatever the networks expect you to have to own that brand name on the SMS. They assume a whole lot of stuff that may be true or not true as to how much effort you've gone to in making that SMS specifically branded for them. And it builds this auto-suggested trust with your customer base. But there's a few rules with SMS, which I go into in the course I run in the free Facebook group, in the videos that you've seen me put out. But the main thing is getting that brand name onto that SMS. So I'm actually going to give you an account on the system. I'll put some budget into it for you so that you can try it out with your customers. You send a couple of SMSs and get your brand on there so that you can see. And it's a one-way message at the moment, so they don't have a reply path. So you can tell them to go to a link or a place on the website, remind them that now is the time of the training session starting. One of the things I found with podcasting is they're not able to tell their customers effectively when they go live, because on LinkedIn and Facebook, you get this lame in-app notification that it doesn't really disturb you, doesn't pull you off.
Yeah.
The effect of SMS is that it actually stops you in the tracks. Your phone will vibrate, you'll get the message alert, and mentally you know that that's hardwired into the phone handset. So you want to go and deal with that and get it out of the way. Whereas if it's a Facebook or LinkedIn message, you can come back to that a little later in your mind. So the SMS is your power in getting people to read a message. And I think it would really help listeners if they know when people are going live on LinkedIn, because there's no system on LinkedIn really to tell them when the event. You can get them to register for an event, but doing a broadcasted live, there's nothing really to link into an alert system yet. And SMS is there; it can be used for that. So it's a great system. The tricks are not to use it the ways that irritate customers either. So only message them at relevant times and with relevant information why they gave you their number. So, and never share their number with anyone.
Yeah.
Never ever. People will try and get into your list. Don't take any amount of money for it. It's just not worth it. So it's really good. And in terms of your gym there, how's things going now that you've got things opened up again?
Yeah, so over the period of this year, my physical business has slowly it's died off in a sense, because we're still in tier 3 lockdown as well, so we can't run classes at the moment.
Oh, wow.
So it has to be run as an open gym session at the moment, so there's a limit on people in there at a time. But equally, my online business is really picking up at the moment. I'm quite thankful for that and grateful for that. I've managed to connect with quite a number of people all across the world in the last few months, and that's freed up a lot of time for me as well. As much as I love one-to-one coaching in person, sometimes having that time with your family is more important at night time, especially.
Really important. Yeah. Did you find it gave you a reset in how you value where you put effort into what time? Where you do what in the day?
Yeah, that's it. I find time goes more quickly when you're at home. Before you know it, the day's gone, and you're wondering what you've done sometimes. I definitely value my time a lot more now, and I know that I can switch off at a certain time when I am working at home, just to get that bit of a balance back between family life and business life. So that's important as well.
It's very important. You find you accomplish more in the day when you have that balance.
Yes, yeah, that's it. I've in the past, I've just worked all day, all week, 7 days a week, and then you get to a point where you're just burnt out, and you're not going to be productive as you want to be with your energy. So just trying to switch off every night by a certain time, it helps massively. And it improves everything else, like sleep, your energy, your production, everything.
Yeah, no, it's so important to have that balance, especially with little ones around the house. Even with teenagers, it's really, they need that time. They need the family time. I think this year has been a great reset for family values and what people are doing. So, like the chaos around us, there's some good that's come out of it. Something that should be long lasting, and the kids will treasure that time.
Yeah, and equally, I think that people have learned to connect with people a little bit more. People didn't know. I spoke to so many people this year who normally before this I wouldn't have connected and spoke to. You know what I mean? So it's good in that sense as well.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you if you've got a link where people can sign up to your training program. Maybe next time we do a StreamYard, I found where you put your name in, where you sign up to the link. That's where I put the link in for what I've got, so it stays in like a tag at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, if you have a link, just put it in the comments maybe, and I will add that onto the screen if I can.
Just bear with me a second.
So I thought I'd play with the paid version.
Challenge coming up as well soon. Just bear with me, everything just seems to slow down while broadcasting.
That's right. I think the internet's been messing around everywhere today.
As well. It's just loading. Yeah, we're getting there.
Okay. That's great. I mean, every day I've been trying to add a little bit to the stretches that you've given me to do, either to try and hold them longer or do one extra stretch. And it's slowly, I've come down to doing about 30 minutes now, every morning.
Yeah, that's the body gets tired.
Yeah. It's the first time I was saying that I can walk upright. Otherwise, I was walking bent like an old man with a Zimmer frame.
Yeah, you can collect the bins now.
That's great. Yeah, thanks for that. Out where we are, if you forget the bins, they just the council guys aren't that friendly.
Yeah, my internet's just gone really slow. It's not loading up anything.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, we can try and add it to the comments after we upload it.
Yeah, I'll pop it in once it's finished. Yeah.
once it uploads to LinkedIn, just go in there and add your sales link to the comments. Then people will pick it up from there. But that's great, James. I hope you start filling up your gym soon. And any idea on when they're going to release the tier 3? Go back to tier 2 or something?
It won't be till the new year, I don't think, to be honest. It's it's just all a bit crazy. It's
well, I hope you have a good December and a good Christmas break as well. So if I don't see you till then, I'm sure we will try and chat and stay in touch. Certainly. Thank you for spending time with me today.
Absolutely.
And
thank you very much.
As we do more of these, there'll be more valuable information that we can share with people as well. So great.
Yeah. Thanks, Graham. Appreciate it.
Thank you, James. Bye. Take care.
See you later.